Previously on Haunted.
What is it?
Abigail's gone.
Gone?
I don't know, man. I woke up and she was in the car just leaving.
Somebody took her.
No, she was driving.
If that sinkhole had been a few metres left, you'd have been burned alive. This town is sitting on a pit of fire that's been burning for 40 years.
Well, if the whole town is on fire, why wouldn't the government do something about it?
For the first few years after the mine caught, the bastards who ran the mining company, Moorcroft, they kept us going down there into other tunnels. That's just the crater that was left when the petrol station exploded back in '99. At the bottom there's an hole that looks right down into the inferno.
They don't want us to leave, Dan.
Who? Who doesn't want us to leave?
The ones who died in the fire. They're still here. I can see them.
Impala Films presents Haunted, the audio drama. Season 2, Episode 1, The Town on the Edge of Hell, Part 3 of 4, written by Jamie Evans.
What do you mean they're grabbing me? I can't feel anything.
Try to move.
Oh, I can't lift my feet. James, we might have a problem.
I can feel them too.
I can feel how angry they are, Dan. They're so angry and they're still burning.
The victims from the petrol station.
All of them. Everyone who has died because of this wretched fire. They're all still here and burning, and I can feel it.
James, what's happening to her?
I don't know, but we need to get out of here now. The ground isn't stable.
How can we do that if we can't move?
What's going on? Can't you grab her?
They can't leave until they cleanse the town. Everything will burn.
Everything will burn. The recurring nightmares. Is this what they were warning us about?
Abigail, look at me. Look into my eyes. You can feel their pain. Their suffering, yeah?
It hurts so much. They're screaming inside my head.
Does it go both ways? Can they feel what you're feeling?
I don't know.
We need to hurry up. I can't hold you for much longer.
Listen to me. Listen, all of you. If you can hear me, we're here to help.
What?
That's right, isn't it, James? We're here to help.
Yes, that's right. Here to help.
We will get to the bottom of who caused all of this pain and suffering, and we will make sure they're brought to justice. Is that what you want? Abigail?
Moorcroft!
Moorcroft! Okay, we'll look there. Please, just spare us. Just let us help you.
Ah! I can move.
Me too.
Grab my hand, Abigail. Okay, pull us back.
Heave, Toby.
Yeah!
Bloody hell, that was scary to watch.
Good job, Toby.
Abigail.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, don't be ridiculous. I'm just glad you're safe.
Abigail, what happened to your hand?
I scalded it on the hot rock in the mine shaft. Toby bandaged it.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Abigail, what happened?
I think she just needs some rest, James.
Abigail, you left us in the middle of the night to come here. Something pulled you here, didn't it? The same thing that pulled you down into the pit.
It was so horrible.
James, just back off. She needs to rest.
I don't like the sound of this.
Never thought I'd come to this part of town again.
Did the townspeople ever confront Moorcroft after the fire started?
A few times, aye. After it became clear he'd endangered all the miners' lives, there were a few gatherings up and down here. In fact, that's right around the time he got those big ugly gates installed.
Got to keep the riffraff out somehow.
Aye. A few of us he banded together to try to take him to court when he refused to pay the redundancies. But even with us pooling our resources, we just couldn't afford the solicitors to fight a long battle.
And Moorcroft is the type who would drag that case on out of pure spite. Fucking wanker.
My God, how can someone be so heartless like that? To reap all those profits and then actively despise the men and women who made it all possible.
One time, back when the town was still somewhat functioning, this journalist caught up with Moorcroft and asked him if he felt any responsibility for what had happened. Must have been his lucky day, because Moorcroft actually stopped to give him a quote.
My only responsibility is to make money for me and mine. Everyone else is a tool to be exploited.
What a horrible way to live your life.
Welcome to end-stage capitalism, where the capacity for human greed trumps all morality.
Well, don't get me wrong. I've never been one of those work-shy liberals or anything like that. I believe in an hard day's graft. I believe in a man earning what he gets. And I've never been jealous of everything Moorcroft's family was born with. But the way he turned his backs on us, like we were filth.
Well, I don't know about you two, Dan and Abigail, but I'm sufficiently mad. I think it's time to go and speak with Mr. Moorcroft.
Agreed.
Definitely.
I think we'll probably hang back. He probably won't even open the door if he sees us.
Good idea. In fact, Dan, I'd like you to go with Sharon and Toby. The three of you could go around the back of the manor and see if there's a back entrance.
Wait a minute. I don't want to go with these two. No offence. I didn't mean it like that. It's just... Who put you in charge, James?
What do you mean, who put me in charge? I've always been in charge. That's our group dynamic. I'm the leader, the brains. Abigail is the sassy, sarcastic one.
And I'm the muscle?
No. You're the annoying tag-along nobody really wants, yet the studio keeps insisting we force you into the plot. You're like the Scrappy-Doo of our gang.
Oh, your pop culture references are all over the place, mate. Also, you're delusional if you think you're the leader. We wouldn't have some alcoholic drunk...
Abigail, tell him I'm the leader.
Will you both shut up? Clearly I'm the leader. Girl power and all that.
Fine, I can agree with that. Now, can you please tell him I'm coming with you two?
Dan, go with Toby and Sharon.
What?
You heard me. I think you should go with Toby and Sharon.
But Abby, I just...
Just need to talk to James, Dan.
I see.
You feel like we're in the middle of something here.
Just keep walking.
Come on, let's get this over with.
Listen to that echo. This might just be the quietest town in the country.
It's not really a town anymore, is it? It's a graveyard. I sent Dan away with the others because I wanted to talk to you.
About?
What's been happening to me? I'm still having these recurring nightmares.
The burn man. It's not just you. I'm still having them as well. When I do sleep, that is. I think Dan is too. Do you think it has something to do with this place?
I don't know. But an entire town on fire? Sounds like it would fit.
The dream didn't cause Dan or me to sleepwalk, though.
I wasn't asleep. Not exactly. I was awake and I knew what I was doing. I just couldn't stop myself. It was like a compulsion.
You think it was the spirits that compelled you?
I think it was their sadness. It's like I can feel their emotions. And there's something else as well.
What?
I heard it again. The signal.
So, you're a copper, right?
Was a copper. I'm on extended leave at the moment.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was just involved in a crime that was very stressful, got shot in the arm. The department thought that I should take some leave to cope with the trauma.
And you decided to join a team of... what are they? Ghost hunters or something?
It's a bit more complicated than that.
It's the girl Abigail, isn't it?
How did you know?
Oh, please. It's obvious.
Is it?
All right, then. Call it woman's intuition. What's the story, if you don't mind me asking?
She's my ex. We used to live near London, grew up together. I transferred to a smaller town and we broke up. A couple of years later, she moved to that town too.
She followed you? That's a big step. Sounds to me like she has feelings for you too.
It was a coincidence.
I've never really believed in coincidence.
Bloody hell, you're not one of those everything happens for a reason lot, are you, Shaz?
No, I'm not saying that. I just think people make decisions very consciously. I don't see why a girl would choose to move to a small town where she knows her ex lives if she doesn't want to rekindle something.
Well, even if she wanted to, that's not going to happen now.
Is it that other fella, the drunk?
I can't believe I'm talking about this with strangers.
Maybe that's the best thing, impartial outsiders.
You're just craving gossip, you typical woman.
Oh, piss off. Nothing ever happens around here anymore. It's nice to talk to someone new.
It's not a romantic thing between them. Oh God, at least I don't think it is. But there's something there that I don't understand. He'd do anything for her, and she'll follow him to the ends of the earth. How do you even compete with something like that?
Or maybe you just need to have a conversation with her.
What are you talking about? That's the worst thing he can do. Talking about stuff only makes it worse.
Oh, why am I not surprised you'd say something like that? You're such a Neanderthal, Toby.
Maybe I am. But I still think no good comes from talking.
Maybe, if you talked more, you wouldn't feel so lonely all the time.
Who said I was lonely?
Toby, there's like 7 of us left in the town. We're all lonely. It's kind of mad when you think about it. Us all still living in our old homes, scavenging the properties left behind, barely even seeing one another.
What are you saying?
I don't know. Maybe you could pop round for a tea and a chat sometime. Wouldn't it be nice to talk more?
It would, yeah. How come we never did that before then?
Guess we're all just stubbornly stuck in our ways. Hear that, Dan? Don't be stubborn.
Noted. Wait a second.
What is it?
I saw something.
Like what?
Hold on. There! Somebody's moving through those trees. What are they wearing? Is that a cloak?
Oh, aye, I see. Where are they going off into the woods like that?
Who is it? I know every single person left in this town, and I've never seen anyone going around with a black cloak.
And where did they come from? They weren't there a minute ago.
Oi! Mate!
Toby, pack it in. They might hear you inside.
Oh, he's running. Hey, wait there!
Mind the tree roots.
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
Whatever it was, he's gone now. I wonder where he came from. The only thing this far out is Moorcroft Manor.
Hey, you know what? Earlier on, Abigail and me was looking up at the manor and we saw someone pacing back and forth in the upstairs window.
What?
Who was it?
Couldn't tell from that distance. There was just a shadow. What do you call it? When the light's behind him.
A silhouette.
Yeah, that's it. He was a silhouette.
And it wasn't Harold Moorcroft himself?
Unlikely. The old man Moorcroft's been in a wheelchair for the past few years. He can't stand up no more.
Oi, you two, over here.
What is it?
Look at this.
What the fuck?
Is that a tunnel?
Oh, I think so. Right under the rock and foliage. I reckon that's where our mystery man came out from.
Part of the coal mine?
I don't think so. I don't recall there ever being a chamber this far out. Hang on. Oh, it's warm. But it's a lot cooler than the mine chambers are.
Well, only one thing for it then.
Hold up a second. You aren't thinking of going down there, are you?
Yeah?
We've no idea where it goes. Just because we don't think it leads to the fire, we don't know for certain.
Well, that's a risk I've got to take.
Kid, I know you want to impress the girl here, but...
That's not why I'm doing this.
I've got some flashlights in the truck. We should take those with us.
Good idea.
Oh, I can't believe what I'm hearing here.
Oh, come on, Toby. Where's your sense of adventure?
I lost it 30 years ago when we were working that flaming mine shaft.
Come with us and I'll take you over to Collingham and treat you to a steak dinner. What do you say?
Oh, it's been years since I had a good steak. God damn it, all right, I'm in. Go on, you pair go and get those flashlights. I'll wait here so we don't lose the entrance.
We'll be right back. Come on, Dan.
Now that is odd.
What?
Look, there on the porch. It's on the walls as well. Every few feet set into the brickwork.
Sigils? What do they mean?
I'm not sure. The brickwork looks newer than the bricks surrounding it, though.
A fairly new addition, then?
I think so.
Do you think he'll actually answer?
I don't know. I can hear footsteps.
Footsteps? I thought they said Harold Moorcroft was in a wheelchair.
They did.
Hello?
Oh, I thought he'd be older.
Yeah, me too.
Who are you looking for?
Mr. Harold Moorcroft?
Oh, you mean my father. I'm his son, Joseph.
Nice to meet you, Joseph. Forgive me, but I was just under the impression you'd moved away.
Well, that's right. I live with my family in Cheshire now, but that doesn't mean I can't visit my father.
Oh, of course not. It's just we heard you hadn't been back here in over 10 years.
Well, my father is getting up there in years. He doesn't have long left.
And you wanted to secure your inheritance. Got it. Mind if we come in?
Wow, this is a big place.
Been left to rot a bit, though, hasn't it?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Ah, yes, ID. I'm Sergeant England. This is Lieutenant Hodder. We're with the Metro...
That's a bus pass that says you're a 70-year-old man named Humphrey Lieberschnitz.
Does it? Ah, yes. I left my card in the jacket I lost on the way over here.
Sorry about that, Mr. Moorcroft. My assistant here is a bit of an idiot. You've called us, it seems. We're actually a documentary filmmakers here from Channel 4. We're interested in making a documentary about the town.
I don't think...
And your family's desperate and heroic struggle to save this town.
Oh, well, that's rather flattering, of course, but I'm not sure that...
And of course, we'll be willing to compensate your family quite a bit for allowing us to access to your premises and your company records.
Quite a bit, you say?
Well, we'd need to negotiate, of course, but we were thinking somewhere in the realm of 200,000.
Oh, really? Channel 4 are willing to spend that much money?
Oh, yes, they're very interested.
Who's in my house, Joseph?
Ah, Father, these two fine people here are from Channel 4. They're interested in making a...
Absolutely not.
Father, I haven't even told you.
I said no. I want you two cretins to leave my house immediately.
Wait here for a moment, would you please?
I mean it, Joseph. I want them out right now. Channel 4 indeed.
Let's go talk about it, Father.
What are you doing? Let go of my wheelchair, you ungrateful little brat. This is your mother's fault. Raised you soft, she did. Didn't get enough proper discipline.
That was quick thinking.
No thanks to you. What happened to your jacket? What are you wearing?
Tore it on a fence. This is a coat I picked up to replace it. Cool, isn't it? There's lots of pockets. I'll be able to carry far more flasks.
Oh, great.
How did you know the documentary lie would work?
Like you said, formerly wealthy families seeing their resources drain away with the patriarch about to pop his clogs. I figured old Joey would jump at the chance to secure extra funds.
You are an expert in manipulation.
Thanks, I think.
Oh, bloody hell, these are bright flashlights.
Well, street lights don't come on no more round here, and there's no electricity from main grid. Having plenty of lamps for torches is vital. I've got 2 crates full that I bought over the years.
Can I ask, why did you stay?
Why? That's a good question.
No, if it's too uncomfortable, I apologise. I didn't mean to pry.
Well, my family all lived here in town. Me dad and brother were miners, just like every other bloke here, and like every bloke here, they kept work in the mine for a few years after the fire started, on Moorcroft's orders. And, like a lot of the blokes here, that led to some pretty nasty health conditions. They both died from respiratory illnesses, and then I lost me mum a couple of years later. She lived on the side of town where you entered, before I realised all the carbon monoxide was leaking out of the ground there.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Sharon.
After that, I guess I just don't feel I have any right to leave. My entire family's in the ground here. How could I leave them behind?
Do you really think they'd have wanted you to stay behind, though? Living this way?
No, I know they wouldn't. But I guess you get stuck in your ways at a certain point. I could have moved over to Collingham. It's not that far. I drive there sometimes to use the shop, but for some reason I just never seriously considered it.
Yeah, I think I understand.
It was around here, wasn't it? Where's Toby gone?
Toby? Oi, Toby, mate!
Toby?
Oh, jeez.
What is it?
It's blood.
Toby's?
I don't know. With how much there is, I think he's still alive, though.
There was a struggle. Luke, you can see the foliage here is bent and broken.
You think that creep in the cloak came back?
Has to be, right?
Well, whoever it was, judging from the blood, they went down into the tunnel. They're probably still down there.
Oh, God, we don't have any weapons. Do we need to get the others?
No, we can't risk blowing their cover in the house. Stay behind me. We're going down.
Starring Jamie Evans as James Hunter, Isabella Barbieri as Abigail Corbin, and Luke Hunter as Dan Cowell. Also featuring Kevin Stemp, Dean Kilby, Leanne Herring, Johnny Buxton, David Anthony Green. Haunted, the audio drama, is created by Jamie Evans, with all episodes produced and directed by Jamie Evans and Benton Hodges. Audio engineering by Benton Hodges and Jamie Evans. Haunted is a production of Impala Films and is recorded at Free Sprite Media Studios, with special thanks to Duncan Newham for equipment support. Opening and closing themes by James Crow. Thank you for listening to this audio presentation. Come back next week for the next exciting chapter of Haunted, the audio drama.